Francisco, the city by the bay, the home of the iconic Golden Gate Bridge, Fisherman's Wharf, cable cars, Lombard Street, Chinatown, and the spot we're going to talk about today, my favorite Fog City attraction, Alcatraz. San Francisco has been getting a pretty bad rap in the press lately as a city with unprecedented wealth and a burgeoning homeless population. Middle-class families can barely afford to live there, and the city has some, well, sanitation problems. From a tourist perspective, however, San Francisco presents an opportunity to see some iconic landmarks and learn of the rich history of a city that began to boom when treasure seekers flooded in during the 1848 California Gold Rush. My favorite place to visit in San Francisco is The Rock, or Alcatraz Island, which may seem a bit grim, but the fact of the matter is, I spent quite a few years in prison. Okay, full disclosure, I was a correctional specialist in the Army at Fort Leavenworth for 5 years, and when I was discharged, yes, honorably, I worked for another 5 years with the Federal Bureau of Prisons. My history is one of the things that makes visiting one of the most famous prisons in the world interesting to me. But I'm not alone, because each year, over 1 million people visit Alcatraz to see the prisoner cells and listen to the stories of the island's history. Alcatraz Island is in the San Francisco Bay and is most famous as a location of the Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary from 1934 to 1963. After a short ferry ride to the island, you'll get a short briefing and then hike up the hill to the main cell house area. Once you enter the former prison, you'll get your headphones for your audio tour. Now, I'm not a big fan of these audio tours, but this one is good. As I mentioned before, I've done my fair share of time behind the prison walls, and several times during this tour, I had to take my headphones off for just a second, just to double check that the sounds I was hearing weren't real. It is informational and it's entertaining. Most people, thank goodness, don't ever step foot into a real prison, but this is one experience behind bars that I think almost everyone will enjoy. Obviously, there are a ton of options when it comes to seeing the sights and booking tours. I booked the One Day in San Francisco tour with Alcatraz through Dylan's Tours, which included a tour through San Francisco, Muir Woods, Sausalito, and of course, Alcatraz. I put their link down below. Now, Dylan's Tours is not sponsoring this video in any way, but when I find a company that provides a good product, I like to pass that on to you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and most important of all, happy traveling, everybody. We'll see you next time.